We talk about the 5 challenges that we need to overcome when we are interacting with youths to help correct their ways and correct their mindset and their behavior and all these things, and move them from destructive and distracted and disruptive youths who maybe are aimless and have no purpose, have no aim, have no ambition, don't know what to do, and just ignoring you, just not taking you on, not doing the work, not improving. They want to grow. These 5 challenges are really profound. They are cut across all walks of life, and they restrict us from a lot of progress. We spoke about um, the spirit. We mentioned the spiritual versus physical, and the language versus idea, sonship versus slavery, right? The time versus eternity. You know, and these things are real, right? And one of the things we want to do, I want to do today and touch on this first one, the spiritual versus physical. What do I mean by that? That's a challenge. The issue is that most adults, well, most of us try to solve problems by dealing with the thing that is right in front of us, that we're seeing happening. And the problem is that is the cause. Normally, that is the result, or this is the result of something else that is happening. There's a cause to that effect, right? And most times we don't try to find out what is causing this. So a lot of the work that we put in trying to solve the problem, it deals with the surface problem, and it deals with it for time. It's like trying to stop the crack on a wall by doing some plastering and plastering it on the wall. And then you leave it and you paint it over and all again. Hey, the wall is fixed, it looks smooth and nice, it's painted, good, back to normal. And then a year after, the crack comes back. Or it might come back in a different place on the same wall. What is happening here? This crack last year, now this year, this other crack. So you want to deal with this problem. What is really happening? What is causing this crack? And that's the kind of question. Those are the kind of questions we have to ask when we're dealing with youths and the disruption and destruction and the behaviors. And of course, a lot of teachers will automatically say, "Hey, home, the parents, that's the problem," right? And you might be right. The peers or social media, a lot of blame are going around. A lot of blame, right? A lot of things you could blame for the cause. But what you don't realize is that a lot of the times the cause is spiritual. It's not physical. And when I say spiritual, I'm not only talking about demonic spiritual, which is real and is root cause for a lot of problems, but also spiritual in terms of their mentality. And I know the psychologists deal a lot with that, their mentality and their psychology and how they feel, and because of things that happen to them, right? So they are responding from the pain that is happening in them. They're experiencing pain, so they're causing pain to others. And that is real. But the spiritual versus physical is even much more real, right? That if the person doesn't understand or doesn't have the Spirit of God working with them, then a lot of physical problems show up, right? I mean, it's not just students, right? All walk of society, in the business enterprise, in the political arena, we can see the problems, we can see the behaviors. Spiritual, a lot of it, the root cause is spiritual. It's behind the scenes, we don't see it. But to get it, we have to ask questions, we have to dig, we have to seek, we have to find out what is causing this behavior. What I thank God for is that He knows everything about everyone. And because of that, we can always find out what is causing this. When we engage the spiritual to find solutions for the physical, we have to be careful though, because both worlds, spiritual world and physical, will have good and evil. So a lot of people try to go to the evil side to get answers that they want now, because their belief is that God wouldn't really give me what I want. He will give me what he wants. And I don't want that. I want what I want. But the thing what people don't realize is that if somebody knows the best and they know and they are and they have your best interest at heart, wouldn't it be logical to just check them? They love you and want the best for you. Not only that, they know the best about you and the problem that is taking place with you. I mean, one and one, two, right? This person knows me best and they knows everything and they loves me the best. Wow, I need to go and check that person to get the answers. And that is sounds so simple, but it's challenging because people don't know that God really loves them. They don't know that God really loves them. Because in their minds, they're thinking, why would a good God, if a God, a loving God, allow destruction to take place to people if he loved them? Right? And the reason is because, I'll answer the question, yes, he allows it because they want it. They don't want him or his solution. Most people don't want God and his solution. We would like them to want God and his solutions and his way of life, his way of thinking, so that they'll get the best, from him. Unfortunately, that's not real. A lot of people don't want it. But let's talk about you. If you want the best for you, you can get it. Even if they don't want the best for them, whoever that them is, whoever they are, do you want the best for you? Do you want to learn how to become your best from the person who loves you the best, who cares about you the best, right? And let's even bring that to the level of people you care about, your children, your youths around you in your classroom. Do you want to know what's the best for them or how to engage them to bring out the best in them, regardless of their present behavior? Well, he knows the best, he knows the most about them, and he loves them the best. So he knows exactly what they need when they need it. So let's engage him. He is spiritual. We are in the physical, but we are also spiritual. We're just living in a physical body. What we need is to engage him and find out, how do I deal with this person? How do I help this person to see that if they keep going this way, they'll destroy themselves, but there's a better way where they can get the best? How do I get them to realize how great they can become? How do I get them to become, to know that, to recognize that, to learn that? Let's ask him. Let's find out. Call the person name. Hey, he's going to give you the best solution for that person, for that youth, for those children in that class, for your son and your daughter. Ask. Let's ask him. Let's ask the spiritual, the God who is spiritual, the one true and living God now, the creator of the universe, the one who not just create the universe, but owns the universe. I know a lot of people worshiping universe these days. The universe give them this and universe give them that. But what if you could engage with the God who owns the universe, the one who owns it, who could adjust the universe to his will? What if you could do that? Engage and ask him, what should I do? How can I help my son? How can I help my daughter? How can I help my cousin? How can I help my niece, my nephew, my grandson, my granddaughter? How can I help the students in my class, students in my school? How can I help them, Lord God Almighty, who knows all things and love everyone? How can I? Right? How can I help them? Let's ask him. Let's find out from him. All right? And he will give the answers. He said, if you seek him, you will find him when you seek him with all your heart. All. As a matter of fact, God is so good that he gave Jesus the power, the enablement to give you good news, to comfort your brokenhearted, your trauma, your stress. He gave Jesus the power to bring comfort to you, to bind you up, to heal you from that brokenhearted, from the traumatic situations that took place with you or took place with the students or with the youths, right? Whoever they are. He gave Jesus the power so that he could open blind eyes physically or bring people to recognize things. Wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. What am I doing? That power to do that so they can recognize, hey, I'm really going on in the wrong way here. I need to correct myself here. I need to change course. He also gave him power to be able to bring liberty, freedom, relief for people under stress, oppressed, depressed. You can get relief. You know, it's like you have a hot day and you walk in the house and you just have to get this cold glass of water. Whew, finally. Or you walk through the sun to come home and inside have AC and you walk inside. Wee-hoo. Wow, that cool breeze. Relief. Yeah. Yeah. You could get that for yourself as well as the youths that you're engaging with. Because Jesus has the power to. And you know what? He said he gave you the power now. You need to now learn how to use the power. We have the power, you know. Those who have engaged Jesus, who have connected themselves to him as king, and respect him as king and surrender to him as to a king, we have been given the power that Jesus has to bring the same things to others, to comfort others. With the same comfort we receive, we can comfort them. Yeah, same comfort. Because he gave us the great comforter, the great counselor, the great teacher, the best teacher in the universe, the best counselor in the universe, the best consultant in the universe, the best comforter in the universe. He has given him to us, the Spirit of God. So he's spiritual, but he's giving to a person living in a physical body and giving it to us so that we can affect the physical, we can change the physical around us. So we're talking about the challenge between the spiritual and the physical, how to resolve it. So there is no challenge anymore. There is now a unit. We are not united. Me operating in the physical is now united with the spiritual, so I can bring the solution to the youths I deal with, to the children I deal with. All right? So it can be done if we engage him and ask for it. And therefore bring relief to you. Okay? So let's try it. Connect with me, comment, let me know what you think. Let me know how it's going, what is happening, what have you tried? Which of these challenges have you tried to see or to overcome and see results, or having challenges implementing it or applying it? I've done it, I've seen the results. You can do it too and get the results. Others have tried it and have gotten the results. You can try it and get the results as well. All right? So let me know what you think and what has happened. What have you tried? Or what you're willing to try, what you need other help with. If you want to get help, just connect with me. My contact is in the comments below. And let me know what you need. All right? This is Kevin again coming to you with mentorship training for youth leaders, mentors, teachers, parents. All right? Mentorship training so you can learn how to interact with your youth and mentor them into righteous, purposeful, and responsible adults, leaders who will lead the nation of the world. All right? See you and bless you.